You're ready.
I am ready. Ready for me to take it away?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. I'm going to click on a couple things here so I can see you better. There you are. Hey, does anyone have anything that they want to share? Anything great happening out there? We have a couple shares. Everybody's quiet. Anybody? We have some awesome things happening. We have meetings all over the place. Anyone want to say anything about anything they've attended?
Hey, Tracy, I'll jump in.
All right.
Hey, so we're totally excited. Daniel Piku is coming into our geography tonight for a meeting, and it's in Lehigh Valley. So we're excited to head down there and attend the meeting and meet with Daniel.
That is awesome. Very good. Be ready. Bring friends. Promote till the end.
Gotcha. We're all over it.
Awesome.
Tracy,
Yes, please.
it's Fotine. I just wanted to say we signed up another brand ambassador on my weekly meetings that we're hosting up here in Yuba City. So that was a good thing.
And I know we've got Astrid there.
Perfect.
All grouping up there
Oh, sorry, somebody.
in Florida in the
I
north.
think it's Shannon. Shannon, mute? No, it's not. Oh, there she got it. Anyway, anybody else?
Yes, this is Janine in Ocala. We have been, Ocala, Florida. We have been having meetings nearly every single day in coffee shops, and boy, are we making the connections. It has been a whirlwind of, we're at this place one day, then we're at Starbucks, then we're at Midtown Station, then we're that. It's been really amazing. And the people that we are meeting are incredible. So, there's a big need out there. The people are there. We just have to talk to them.
That's right. That's right. Congratulations. Isn't it fun? Oh my
Yes,
gosh, to
it
get
is
out
fun.
there.
It is
It's
fun. We are having
social.
fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And you're just moving your business forward and everything's, oh, I'm so
It's
excited.
not even
Congratulations.
work.
It does work. It does work. Great, great for you. It's funny, I took a walk yesterday and I was walking down. We have a new neighbor moving in, and I walked past and I'm like, "Hey, congratulations. Welcome to the neighborhood. My name's Tracy." Gave her my contact number. You always want in case something's happening in the neighborhood. And they're from North Carolina moving out here. And I said, "Gosh, well, why'd you move?" "Oh, we want to be closer to our kids, but it's so expensive living here." I said, "I know." And they're thinking about getting something on the side going. I'm all, "Hey, we have something perfect. Let's go. I'll show, we'll meet you down at this new coffee shop right down by our house this week after you moved in, and we'll get you started." Just so easy, right? People just need to be connected. So it's awesome. So I'm expecting another registration on Saturday. Awesome, awesome. And new friends, new community. So, okay, so I'm going to take it away this
Yeah,
morning.
I think
Oh,
Caroline
yes,
has a
please.
question.
Oh,
Yeah,
Caroline, please.
Well, I just want to make a comment.
comment.
It's kind of a fun comment. Yesterday, I was trying to get to North Carolina, and so I never made it because my flights were delayed. But I took the opportunity of 5 hours in the airport, and
Wow.
it was fun. And then I got delayed again, so I finally made it to Philadelphia. But the fun part was I was on the airplane for 4.5 hours with this gal from PayPal, and we were started talking, and then also I was wearing my NetJet hat, so I got talking to the stewardess. So basically, I took the opportunity of being delayed, and I'm thinking I'm going to make my airports my home office again. Because and then I met these kids from the water polo play team that they're flying to Denver. So I gave them all some kinetic. And they're from my area in Santa Clara County. So I'm going to connect up with them after I get back from Philly. And so it's just, I probably connected with 20 people. And you never know where it's going to take you. If I can just get two of them, I'd be happy. So
That is fantastic.
yeah, so I think airports are the place to be.
And not being frustrated or mad about it, right? You just kind of have to go with the flow. And then with that flow, you got to reach out and meet some new people. And you sure did. So congratulations. That's awesome. That's exactly what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be out and about and extending our friendship and our way of life. So that's awesome. Anybody else? Are we good to go? Oh,
Yeah, I
crickets.
think we're ready.
Alrighty. This morning, I want to talk about the three wishes. And it's funny because I spelled it out THREE, right? Our company, three wishes. But I was laughing because I was reading this article yesterday about three wishes. And it was kind of funny because they start out, the genie in the bottle, right? The you're granted three wishes. And it was funny because it always talks about people wish for they do three things. They first start their first wish is for something grand, right? Like ultra rich or to be sent to a tropical island, that kind of thing is it's that big wish. The second thing is a need, something that they have to have happen. And the third is for an experience. And on this article, it started off, it was so funny because the genie comes and he grants this guy three wishes. And of course, he wishes to go to a tropical island. He's just never been to an island before in the tropics. And so your wish is granted. So he's sent over to the tropical island where he finds himself, it's a deserted tropical island, right? And so he discovers the genie comes and says, "What's your next wish?" And he says, "Well, gosh, I need people. I'm lonely, right?" And so he grants him, the wish. So he has people, but of course he gets tired of the island, and so the genie says, "What's your third wish?" And he. He just needs people, and so he gets rescued from the tropical island. So it's kind of crazy because it was just a funny thing with three wishes. And I started laughing because I kind of thought about our business and how much it's quite like that. You get into this business and you have all these wishes. You want to get all that money. You want to have, the vacations. You want to have the Lamborghini. You want to have all of these things, but they're just wishes, until that you really have that desire and that need, that second choice. Because you're never a wish and a dream is just it's just there, and you need those. You have to have them, but you have to have a reason to go get them. You have to have that need, that desire. And it's funny because we got into this business and I wanted all of that kind of stuff, but I really didn't know how to get that from my heart or my head into my heart. And so you really have to go out there and you have to find things that are going to get you to attain those wishes. So let me give you an example. Like Lance and I, we were very young when we got started. We really wanted to make it happen, but we didn't have that passion, that desire, that drive. And so we had to find out something that would make us have that burning desire. And so we loved it. Our upline actually went out and got a motor home, and he had a young family, and it was just so inspiring to us. We thought, gosh, we love to fish, we love the outdoors, we love to travel. Could you imagine having something like that? Could you dream of something like that? And so we started going and we looked at motorhomes, even though we weren't even married yet, right? But we would go out and we would find motorhomes and we look at them until we found that one first entry motorhome that we wanted so bad. And we would visit it a couple times a week, every single week, all the time. The guy would say, when we would show up, the guy on the lot, he'd say, "It's open, Lance and Tracey," because he even knew us because it was always that one. We would go and sit in it. We loved it. We would sit in the driver's seat. We would sit in the little dinette and think about what it would be like, to have this thing and to have a meal at this table. All of those things. We were in it so much, you guys, that because it was such a need that I would even know the dishes that I would put in the motorhome that would match the decor, from the bedding. We started dreaming about, the containers we would put underneath to put the fishing equipment. We would dream about, gosh, you know what? We could have put a hitch on this motorhome and we could tow a Jeep. So we started looking at Jeeps. Oh, and a boat, we could tow a boat. What kind of boat? How big could we tow it? It was such a need and such a desire that it became the driving force to make our business move. We had to have it. We would do anything to get that dream. You have to have something that you have to have all of these dreams and these things that you want to have happen, but you have to find that passion in you that you will do anything to get that dream to be your reality. And it did become reality, and it was amazing having we've had lots of motorhomes and coaches, but to tell you about the experience because of those, you go into the third level. The experience was amazing. Raising my children, having them, pack up in the summertime. We would go for months. And we would travel, the US. We had this big book, now it was before cell phones, we have this big book of campgrounds, and we would be driving into some place like New Mexico, and I would look at the date and I'm like, you won't believe it. They have the balloon festival in New Mexico. We would pull in with the kids. We'd put the chairs up on top in the morning and watch all the balloons come up and over. The experiences that we had, the lakes that we visited, the Mississippi rainstorms that we would go through, all of that because at the beginning, we started to dream, we found that need, and we made that become a reality in the experience. And the experiences of a lifetime, things that you want so much that you will do anything for. There is no genie, that's going to grant you 3 wishes, but you have to have those wishes and those desires in your head. And every day you can take 3 small steps to make it happen, right? That you have that passion and that drive in you to make those things your realities. And so, I listen to the higher levels. We think about Kim and how she wants to make an impact. That's why she came back into the industry. And I love that. But, making an impact takes time and it takes money. And so maybe that's something that's going to drive you. It certainly is for me. I love making an impact in my community. It's very important to me. I love it. I just feel like that's what I'm supposed to do and meant to do. And so I actually joined Habit of Humanity, and I meet and it's so funny because last year I was on a project and I picked up a paintbrush and I'm painting the inside of a home. And it was crazy because I was shoulder to shoulder with the new owner that was going to receive the home. She actually came out and she was painting alongside of me, and it was amazing. And to get to know the people and then to feel like you're making an impact on her family. She's a single mom with some children, be her first home. And it was just absolutely amazing. And what's so neat is she was telling me, how excited her kids were. And I just loved it. And every time I pass that house, I think, gosh, I was part of that family. And it's not to say anything about me. It was just something that drove me to be able to have a lifestyle of freedom where I had time and money and that I could actually participate and help other people. When I was painting, it was funny because she was telling me how important it is for her family and how, and I said, isn't it great? Because, you'll actually be gifted this house and it's wonderful. And she goes, you know that I get a mortgage with this? And I thought they were all, paid off. She goes, oh, they're paid off. But I actually paid the mortgage that it would be to Habit of Humanity, and they actually go out and they build more homes from the money that I paid the mortgage with. And I thought, well, isn't that incredible? So it's actually people helping people. So it was very impactful for me. I don't know what it is for you, but you should have a desire like that. When you get free, and you should know the date that you're going to get free, that you're working for, what are you going to do to make the impact? Is it for a family? Is it for pets? I know there's so many have people that just love to be able to go out there and help pets. They work for the Humane Society or they place things. And it's so wonderful to know that you're making an impact in this world. So I don't know what it's going to take for you to drive you, but you can have all those wishes and dreams. But again, what is it that's going to have that passion? What is it that's going to make you do what you need to do? With 3, we have a lot of wishes. There's so much that we have. It's such an opportunity that we can attain so many things that we want in life. But you're going to have that need. I know that we have a cruise coming up, and we're all friends here. There's a lot of us on this Zoom. And I know that you want to be on that cruise. You should want to be on that cruise. It's so fun, but you need it to be that need. You need to listen to the music, Bermuda, Bahamas. So, you need to have that in your head the whole time. Like, I've got to be there. Adrian's going to be on that. George is going to be on that. Shannon's going to be on that. Cindy, and it's just, I have to be on that cruise. That qualification, I know, is coming close to an end, but it's not ended. And if you have that drive and that passion in you so much, you will do anything. You will bite, crawl, pull. You will do anything to make that dream a reality. I know it takes 6 Pro Packs, really, with all of our promos that really could get you there. Are you giving up? I hope you're not giving up. I hope you're scratching and crawling all the way until you board that ship. And if you do miss it, and don't accept that you will, but if you do, you're just setting yourself up for the next promotion, and there's going to be another promotion. But that burning desire in you, what is the experience going to be like, on that cruise? Can you picture yourself boarding the plane and getting on there, flying to Florida, getting off and having that humidity, that hits you, and the smell? Florida just smells different, right? And then you board the ship and they're taking pictures of you before you board, and they welcome you aboard. You go through and you have to do that stupid life jacket test. I don't know, maybe some of you haven't been on cruises, but you actually have to go through a drill. You go through the drill, and then you go to your room, and there's your t-shirt, your 3 t-shirt that you're going to wear the next day, that you're going to get out there on that cruise ship, and you're going to be with all of the friends, and they're going to take a picture, and you did it. And you're going to wake up every morning in a new port, and you're going to sit at the tables with George and with Adrian and with Shannon and with Antoinette. I'm seeing all your beautiful faces, and Christine, and you're going to talk about what you did on the excursion that day. And you're going to be there, and you're going to be so proud, and people are going to take pictures and their posts. And you know what? The neighbor that you walked down the street like I did, yesterday, and introduced myself and gave my phone number and found out why they're here and what you can do to help them. And they're going to see that picture because you're going to be connected on Facebook, and they're going to say, she did it. He did it. They said they were going to do it. They were on that cruise and they made it happen. And it just gives them belief in your industry also. And so there are 3 wishes. You need a wish, you need a need, and you need an experience. And I hope that made some kind of sense to you today, but you have to have it, or you're just going to go through daily motions and maybe contact someone, and people are going to be passing you every single day, wishing. These people have been praying for something to come along that saves their house, that gives them that extra income, that they can pay off a credit card, that they can buy their kids new shoes, that maybe they think bigger, maybe that allows them to buy the Porsche or the Lamborghini, whatever it is. But if you're in there and you're passionate and you have that strong burning desire in your heart and in your soul, you're gonna attract all of those people to you naturally, just like Carolyn talked about in the airport. She knows what she wants. She got delayed and she made things happen. And so that's all I got for you today. I'll send it back to George.
Thank you. Like always, excited. And by the way, that song that's in the background there, I think, oh, it's not.
Thanks, George.
Okay, get ready. Okay, let me turn it off.
A lot better than me singing, isn't it?
Well, yeah, way better if I try to sing. You have a better voice. If I start singing, well, they start
Oh,
kicking me out from this town.
I'm actually so bad that I tell myself to be quiet in the shower. That's how bad a singer I am.
I was in a choir. No, I was not in a choir. I was trying to get into a choir when I was in high school. There was 50 kids singing, and they kicked me out. Just think about it.
They
They
still
found
can
out
hear
who.
you.
Hey, George, get out of there. So sorry. But anyway, thank you. Great. Any comments? By the way, very important. Yeah, what motivates you? What are your three wishes? And by the way, this is the cool thing about three. In three, we don't have three wishes. We have three infinity wishes that we can reach. A tree is a vehicle. It's an incredible vehicle. Sometimes I think we take it for granted because imagine you have to when you got in three, you have to invest $500,000 like a franchise. Wow, you will be probably running even harder because say, whoa, I mortgage me house, I borrow money, I have $500,000. But most people got with less than $2,800, and $2,800 you think in the long term is nothing. Maybe at the moment that we signed up for many of us was a lot. I saw when I started in network marketing, I saw my microwave, my TV, and I borrowed $300 from my first distributor. Yeah, it was hard, but still, this is a great investment. It's a great potential, and those three wishes. And I love what you say. Three wishes spelling the company. That's why we have the three wishes. What do you want to do? Antoniette, I know you're raising your hand.
You know,
Good
I'm
morning.
dancing. Great training. I mean, I'm excited. I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Tracey, for painting the picture for all of us. But it is true, guys. I believe there are people waiting for you to ask them to come in the next week. And some of you may or may not know this, but business people are looking for tax deductions. They are. And $2,800 for them is nothing. And for that $2,800, they could give those away for Christmas samples. It could count towards a tax deduction. But what if you got 6 business owners to do the three, the 2,800? You're on the cruise. Like, it's that simple. We don't know what's happening tomorrow with the promotion, but I know this company is always going to have something fabulous. So don't give up. Don't give up. You heard Shannon say, we really worked hard, 2 weeks for her to earn the trip for this past year. Like, we really did it in 2 weeks. So all of you can do it. And people are looking for tax deductions to be healthy, for gifts. And what's the worst case scenario? They say no and join you after Christmas. But what you do now, as we all know, right, Tracey, the work that you do in the next 2 to 3 weeks is going to set you off for January. It's very important you understand that. People may say no because of the holidays, but they will say yes later, but you have to do it now. Don't shut down and start over after Christmas. Just push through it. So, Tracey, thank you. I was imagining those balloons going up and how much fun that would be. Maybe I should do that with you guys one day.
Amazing. Thank you, Antoinette. You're amazing. How fun. Yep, it's times now. It got metal. What did they say? Metal to the pedal? Is that what it? Pedal to the metal? What? Anyway,
Don't ask me. My English is my second language. I don't know.
It means run.
Something like that.
Run. Make it happen. You can make it happen. People are praying. And how do we know people are praying that this comes their way? Because Lance and I were praying that something would come our way, that we could actually control our own future. We prayed for it, and certainly it came to us. So, all right.
And something Antoniette was saying, the tax deduction is so powerful.
Yes.
We really never talk about that, but it's very powerful. I'm going to see if I'm going to have it one of these mornings, one on speaker. Actually, I have a few in my head already. As soon as Antoniette was talking, I better write it down. If no, I forgot to talk about tax deductions.
I I talk about the Antonets every day now. I'm talking about it, the end of the year, when I'm doing my presentations, and then I talk about the tax deduction.
Yes,
And that
very
was
important.
great, Tracy. Great job.
Thank you.
Yes.
Dream. Your heart, you did outstanding job.
Yes, and the thing that is so important is doing the business we can make it fun. I know
Yeah.
Ocala, they are doing coffee meetings every day. And by the way, there are some cool coffee places in Ocala. No? We did a couple of meetings when I was there.
Oh,
But it's everywhere. Today, there are so many cool places where you can sit down. Not only you are talking about business, but you are in a nice environment and a nice, most of the time, business environment, because many of these coffee places, there are a lot of people working in their laptop or in their iPhone, people who go there for business. It's so cool. Go ahead, Frida. Good morning. Oh,
Thanks
okay,
for
there you are.
unmute. Thank you, George. And great job. I tell you what, that California people are just awesome, aren't they?
yeah.
Tracy, we love you guys. So anyway, for the last 2 weeks, George, we've been taking our team, some of our BAs, out to different coffee shops. 2 weeks solid in a row. And we do it from like 12 to like 1. And I will tell you that yesterday alone, we had people get names from pharmaceutical sales reps, a stay-at-home mom of 4, an engineer, a business owner, a lab tech, a respiratory therapist. Oh gosh, I don't know. They got like 10 different names. And we've been doing this for 2 solid weeks. And believe me, it's paying off. And the funny thing is, I went up to somebody the other day and was contacting them, and I'm like talking away, hi, how are you? Here, we're expanding the business, blah, blah, blah. And he looks at me and says, no comprendi. I went, oh God, where's George? I need George. So guys, it's working. And yes, there are many coffee shops in many different towns. And if we go to one that doesn't have a lot of people, we go find another one.
That's right. That's right. See, everybody, the leaders, that's what the leaders are doing. That's all you have to do. So important. And lastly, I just read this article, so interesting to me. They said Gen Z right now, they want to go to places, restaurants that have community tables. They want to be elbow to elbow with people, and they want that experience to eat that. So that's a new restaurant thing, is they want the big family style tables. They want to talk to people, and we are the perfect people to talk to. So go talk to them.
Yeah, that's powerful. Caroline, I think you raised your hand. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
so
did.
real quick, I just want to also share what's awesome about these coffee shop things is what I started doing was I started taking the skincare products into a nice cellophane wrapping
Oh,
and then put a bow around it. And then I put like 2 or 3 of them on the table when I have other people around with me. And then people are asking questions. So then I hand them a flyer, get their information. And then I said, if you can order it yourself right here, and then I give them the link and they order it. So it just shows or, order in bulk, and use that as your gift at the end of the year for your employees. There's a lot of things you can do with the skincare because perfumes, they're doing that at Macy's, they're doing that. Why can't we do it with our skincare?
cool. Cool. That's a great idea. By the way, somebody put, I think it was correct, to use Google Translate. Actually, there's something way better to Google Translate. Make sure you download ChatGPT. And if you happen to meet with somebody in Spanish, for example, ask ChatGPT, can you tell in a voice, you can, I'm so excited. And the person said, well, I don't speak English very well, or any language, could be Chinese or Russian. And then you ask ChatGPT, can you tell him or her this? And then, oh yeah, of course, ChatGPT is going to have a conversation. You ask ChatGPT what to say, they say it in Spanish, and when the person go back to the ChatGPT, translate you back in English. This is amazing.
Amazing. They
yeah,
even say that the new ear pods, they translate right
They
away.
do.
So we could be in the nail salon. We could know exactly what they're saying.
And the
Maybe
Samsung
not.
new AirPods, both of them translate, guys. When
Yes.
we were in Asia, it's like I feel like we're so far behind because they all have it already
know.
using it. Like we're a little, but I wanted to talk about coffees. I don't know if you guys know this, but I come from retail. Coach has opened their own coffee shop. Coach
I didn't know.
Handbags
Yeah.
has their own coffee shop because guys, what's old is new. These people want to get out. They don't want to be doing Zoom at home anymore.
Yep.
And then also, you guys notice Capital One. What do they have? Cafes. So this is a trend. I talked about this on Wednesday back. This is a trend. The trend is to get out and to go to coffee shops. Believe it or not, the trend is not Starbucks. The trend is non-Starbucks, but in certain areas, Starbucks is still good. But if there's La La Land in your area, it is the hottest coffee house today. La La Land is packed all day, all night, lines going out. I mean, but I think I mentioned to you guys, the Gap is having an increase because now they're going to the Gap, but they're still buying online, y'all. It's the weirdest thing. I just want you to know, but they want to get out. But doesn't that say something about us being a social e-commerce company? It is that they'll meet us, but you still pull up on your phone and show them that we're up to date with being social e-commerce. And I just want to tell Frida, I am like, I'm doing cartwheels. She is such a star, guys. She is a star. When Christine and I went to Orlando, we were just at awe. And thank you, Frida, for giving me the gift of Christmas in Florida. I am going to be meeting her on the 18th with my new brand ambassador who did a business builder. And we're going to have his debut there. But come on, guys, everybody get out there the next 2 weeks and have fun. Have fun.
Yeah, and like Antonia said, there are so many cool coffee places. Yeah, inside the different stores too. And then there are so many that they are the local coffee places that they are so cool. And I've been discovering many in this area too. They're really, really, really cool places where you can talk to people, connect with people. And that's amazing for your local business. Still, you're gonna, if you know somebody, again, if you live in Pennsylvania and you know somebody in California, you cannot go to a coffee place to the person, but you can connect with them. That's the cool thing today. When Antonietta started her business in another company, the same that Christine, myself, we did have the luxury that we could develop also in other areas. And that's today we have the technology for other areas, but we teach people not only to work on Zoom, but also to work their local market. We forget those things. Sometimes because even if we sponsor somebody in Alaska through social media, we forgot to tell them to go to their coffee places in Anchorage or in or whatever they are in their town where they are. But there are millions of coffee places. Starbucks is the old style, but there are some cool Starbucks. There's Starbucks not too far away here that's brand new and it's very cool. Very cool the way that they set it up. But yes, go out and Tracy, again, thank you for the call this morning.
No problem. Thank you guys for showing up. And remember, when you're at those coffee shops, bring your Kinetic because they're always drinking those really sugary drinks, right? So say, hey, save this for later because after your crash from that sugary drink, this will lift you back up.
One more
Right.
thing. One more thing. You have people in Utah. We can meet in the building where corporate is. I mean, there's a nice place. As a matter of fact, we can invite 20 people and we have 20 different tables. We have even a secret booth where you can change into Superman if you want, or Supergirl. But it's cool. Yeah, they set it up there. It's so cool. But anyway, but yes, just not only get out, but get it also through social media, because right now we are connected. Can you imagine in the past if we had this power to be connected in the morning like this? We still can have meetings in the morning with our team in a coffee place. Maybe not 60 people, but we can be 3, 4, 5, 6 people there. But anyway, thank you very much, everybody. This is recorded. Make sure you share it with your team because I know many people cannot be on the calls in the morning. And we see you in tomorrow. Get ready. Make the list, by the way. Don't wait till tomorrow. Start making the list today. I've been saying that since last week of the people that we are going to start connecting because whatever announcement is going to have the company tomorrow, that I don't know. I know many of you believe that I know, but I don't. I know only one, and it's because I suggested, and I don't even know for sure that they're gonna be announcing that. But anyway, I'm super excited tomorrow. Get ready, get your list. Next year is gonna be the year that many of you are gonna start hitting 6, and why not 7 figures? Make sure you read the book with the Science of Scaling by Ben Hardy. You can do in 3 months that you thought you were gonna do in a year. You can do in a year what you thought was gonna take 5 years. make sure you read that book, The Science of Scaling. Probably we are going to be talking more of that. I met a person that knows Dr. Ben Hardy. I wonder if I can get him here to this call because his books are amazing. But anyway, and then I'm going to bring somebody for the tax season too. I know a few people on that. As a matter of fact, my son-in-law, I mean, he has a multi-seven-figure business, and that's one of the things that he does. Anyway, thank you very much. We talk to you next time, and have fun. And tonight we have the call at I think 7 Central Time. The business call. You have people also for that call. That would be amazing. And I talk to you later. Anybody wants to say something before I just don't want to. No, nobody. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. And again, Tracy, amazing call. I see you later.
Wait. Everybody, you guys,
Diana, go ahead.
I'll post a story. Go look at my story on Facebook or Instagram. You guys need to start telling them in your stories that something big is coming tomorrow. So you can do a countdown. Just the countdown. So you're building your audience. That way they're going to come back tomorrow to see your story. What's for sale. So start today. Don't wait for tomorrow. Write your list today, but write your stories today. I've been posting it on stories this week already.
Yes, I post 2 flyers. I'm going to post more today that you can copy and also use if you want to. Also follow up Diana, and especially in TikTok, because she's really good on posting. Way better than me. I see what she does and I say, whoa. I feel like I'm in kindergarten and she's in college. Okay, thank you very much, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow, tonight.